Hello everyone, welcome to Ashley Lancelot series. This is going to be basically a new series. Like I did the Magic card, Pokemon, and the comic books. I might bring it back. If you guys want me to bring that back, let me know and I'll bring it back for the weekly videos for that. This is going to be basically the miniatures I got. This is a new set that I have not seen yet. And I actually picked some out. I want to get the Frost Giant and the Purple Worm and also a dragon, but they were about $14 to $20 a piece, and my car got an accident, so I can't afford it. So I got the cheapest one. They're like $3 to $5 a piece, depending on what gaming store you go to. A lot of comic book store has Dungeons and Dragons miniature. You can buy them online, Amazon. And what we're talking about, it is the D&D Noizur's Marvelous Miniature. This is the Umbra Hulk HD Mini. They're already primed, so they're just gonna be already painted on it. But I'm going to use my primer. I'm gonna test the paint on these guys as well. You can look in the back as well. This is the Umbra Hawk for it. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. 1,000 subs, beginning the Diablo Eternal Edition for the Switch, and also down the link below is also Patreon. $1 a month to help us get more of these, more review for stuff, loot crate, game, equipment, and so on as well. So we have the Umbra Hawk. If you guys don't know the Umbra Hawk, I think it's a challenge rating 2 to 3 for the game. Usually this big guy always in the cave area, and it looks, I like this one, looks very detailed. I am actually starting a Kickstarter very soon for my miniatures that we're making with Dark Titan Enterprise and Dragon. So I don't know if you can see the detail because the priming aspect of it, but you know it's been spray painted on. You can tell this already been spray painted on. The detail is pretty good on it, except for the eyes as well. And I'm gonna have to use a heat pen using a very thin soldering iron, heat it up, and start making carvings for it as well. A lot of times these PVC or plastic resin is going to be fixed or played with, or use several layers of paint to just make the action look really realistic. So this is the Umbra Hulk. The lighting's kind of bad. I already got a new lighting set for it, so I'm going to set this up. But if you guys want me to get these like once a month, and I'll get like a few of them in hand, they are they add up in price. I have a crap load of miniatures, just letting you know. But yes, we are going to be setting up the paint stuff hopefully by the end of this month. For it, I got the moss creature. Which one is this? I just ripped it. Shambling Mound. Oh, this came with an actual pad. My one came with the pad. Yes, it did. Came with the base. This is a very thin base. I'm also doing terrain base painting as well. I don't know if you're seeing that far corner. Actually, you can. Right there is the sand, the glue, and everything else. But I'm gonna be doing that hopefully by the end of this month. So I cleared this table underneath here, living room. We're still unpacking everything from our move. This is actually pretty good. This is pretty much good for the Underdark. Moss has mushroom top, or in the jungles, or the swamp area as well. I will pretty much use this as a construct base, but it's also a creature. I never actually heard of this creature before. But I don't have my monster manual with me for me to look it up and give you the stats for it. And so yeah, like pre-primed everything. The only thing I don't like, the Frost Giant actually comes apart. But a lot of these miniatures, I like it when they're actually apart and you put it back together yourself. Due to the fact that is, in my point of view in painting miniatures, if they're taken apart, they're a lot easier to paint a few layers at a time and start detailing them, then gluing the seams together, because you gotta get a small little brush like this little corner right here. You're gonna have to squeeze in and try to get that detail right there, because you know that when you paint something like this, if you look all around, you see missing spots, and And it looks very nasty looking, in my point of view, and it gives you a little bit of a headache. But if you're not the type of a guy that likes to put too much detail in their miniatures, then you're okay. This is one of my favorite, I would say one of my favorite notorious monsters I usually do. I put one of these, I used to put one of these on my older campaigns, but I haven't really played with these before in the newer ones for Pathfinder or 5th edition. Are the owlbears. If you don't know what an owlbear is, it's an owl and a bear that Mad Wizard in the 3.5 in Advanced D&D story, basically. The Mad Wizard was obsessed with transmutation, just like Full Metal Alchemist, to making that chimera. Sorry if I make you cry or upset about that. That's the base. You know, make it into one. It's basically kind of a chimera, but it's basically a hybrid between a owl and a bear, or from South Park, half bear, half pig, and half human. So man, bear, pig. I wish that'd be cool if I actually if there's a Kickstarter for that. I'm actually wanting to actually make one for a miniature, just for the hell of it. They just did an episode about that not too long ago as well. Here's the owl bear. That looks so much detailed. I can tell that this was not majority of these aren't 3D printed, because you can tell how 3D prints are. This is actually molded into clay and it cast and resin in PVC, and they literally had to get the wire and cut it. So I'm going to have to get the green stuff to fill in that crack and blend it in before I actually paint over this, because it's a lot harder to paint over, like, I don't know if you can see it, that little crack right here, stuff like that, green stuff. I'm going to have to actually do it. So they get like a clay, make this out of clay, they get little clay cutters, and they start splicing it so that they can actually mold it and resin it a lot easier as well. And this is what I'm pretty much going to be doing for the 5-headed dragon Tiamat. We're going to call it 5-headed dragon goddess to do the copyrights of Wizards of the Coast. They will not let us use the Tiamat name. We are going to be actually 3D printing it. We're going to be detailing with the heat pen. Then I'm going to use the green stuff to detailing more of it. Then we're going to pop its head off because we're not going to glue it. It will cast in resin as well. We got the prototype for it. We're going to do a video for it soon. But yes, by the end of this month, you're going to have the actual, probably the full scale. One of the full scale of it, but we're going to sell like 2-3 different types of size of it. But we are going to be hopefully able to get that done by next year. But we're going to start the Kickstarter pretty soon with the prototypes that we have, because we do have it. We just need to raise enough more money to actually get the funding that we need to mass produce it and see how many people actually want it. So just letting you guys know. So we got 2 base. This is the werewolf. Then you go the lycanthropes. These are pretty cool. This is the werewolf for it. Why we have werewolf? Because dragon is some kind of werewolf race, a wolf humanoid race, not really a lycanthrope that he has on Pathfinder, that we need to get one just for his thing. But yes, yeah, I'm gonna install the lighting in here for a better one for this later on. But yes, we got the wolf. My eyes might be worse because of my right eye. I can't really see my right eye right now. But yeah, these are the miniatures. We'll be painting them soon. If you guys want me to do more of those, let me know. Subscribe, like, and comment which one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually 4, but 5 miniatures I just pulled out. But anyhow, guys, thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe and support the channel. Talk to you all later, and have a great day, guys. Bye.